And we got unlimited hydroplanes back out on the water for our Heat 1B. We've got 1, 2, 3 of our 4 boats away from the dock already. But Dustin, we've got word as far as the order of finish for Heat 1A on the water. Pending tech inspection. The only issues on the water were the 2 gun jumpers. That was the U-27, the Miss Apollo and Jimmy Shane, and the U-3, the Tahoe Miss with Corey Peabody. They jumped the gun. So your first place finisher on the water was Bucket List with Dylan Runny. Second place went to the Royer Miss Madison with Brandon Kennedy. Third place, Jeff Bernard and the Graham Trucking. Miss Apollo, Jimmy Shane came home in 4th, and Corey Peabody came in 5th place in the Tahoe Miss. But now we shift our focus to Heat 1B. Inside lane, the Maverick and J. Michael Kelly. Lane 2 is going to be Spirit of 76 with Gunnar O'Farrell. The Miss Flavor Pack, Jamie Nelson. He will be in lane 3, and on the far outside, Andrew Tate in the BWR Racing.
Another crazy fast field of boats here. This is going to be a hot one. Gunnar being in lane number 2, he's got to focus on just nailing the start because he's got some crazy fast boats on both sides of him. U11 is out for blood here. I mean, they want to show how fast this boat is and just put it out front early, get some points, and do exactly what they need to do to lay a good foundation going into the final.
They absolutely do, and I wasn't sure I had seen Jamie Nielsen, that he was away from the dock and on the race course. He is indeed now. He has come across, and actually we've had all the boats come across start finish, and they made a point during the drivers meeting. Our chief referee Jonathan Abbott did that every boat must come across start finish line at least once at speed before the start. I like that. Let's let the fans see who is in our Heat 1B.
Exactly, yeah, it's a good way to showcase the boats, let them pick up which boats they're rooting for. Also, it just gives the scorers a chance to see the boats, make sure they're out there, and they can acknowledge that all the boats are on the race course. It's a good rule.
There's a good look there from the drone for those of you who are watching on the H1 Unlimited YouTube channel. You're looking at turn 2 up at the top end. That's J. Michael Kelly. He is in his lane where he is supposed to race, and then just behind him and off to his right, that is Gunnar O'Farrell. Here they come slowly down the front straightaway. 1:45, 1:45 until the start. You said, Dustin Eccles, you want to be down there at the entrance to 1 about 1:25. I kind of like where they are then.
Yeah, they're looking just fine, and I think these back 2 boats, you know, they want to hit the start-finish line wide open, so I'm not surprised to see those guys hanging back just a little bit. You know, J. Michael, he's one of the best at starting, so, you know, Gunnar, he's going to be right on his hip, make sure that he's on the throttle about the same time, and this is going to be a fun start.
Coming up on 1:15 to our start. And our boats that are going to be on the outside, lane 3 and 4, they are trailing the field. And somebody might say, yeah, they want to really slingshot and bring a lot of speed. They all want to bring a lot of speed to the line. J. Michael Kelly already out of the corner. There is lane 3 and lane 4 for those of you watching on the live stream. Looking down from the top of your television, there is the BWR Racing on the left. Right behind him, Jamie Nielsen and the U11, the Flavor Pack out in front of them. And leading up the backstretch, J. Michael Kelly in the Maverick. And then lane 2, the Spirit of 76 and Gunnar O'Farrell.
And when these drivers were getting their timing marks earlier in the weekend, we don't know where they got their marks from. They could be from the entrance pin of turn 2. They might be from somewhere in the back straightaway. So they have their own marks. This is where it's going to show if they actually did them the right way.
Well, I'll tell you what, Jamie Nielsen's rolling. Jamie Nielsen is rolling up there, and off to his right, there he is Andrew Tate. Their marks were much earlier, and looks like Gunnar O'Farrell's getting wet up there at the top end. We are inside 5. We are 3, 2, 1. Mark, that one looks legal, and breaking the clock is going to be Andrew Tate in the U1, the BWR Racing. He is on the far outside as they go down to turn number 1.
What a great start, a great shot. J. Michael on the inside. Jamie Nielsen showing incredible boat speed in lane number 2, and Andrew Tate on the outside. Let's see what the U11 right now. Flavor Pack holds J. Michael right on the pins at the exit.
Look at Andrew Tate sneaking up on the outside. There they are. Oh, we're 3 wide down the backstretch right now. Tate on the outside. Jamie Nielsen in the middle. Don't count out J. Michael Kelly. He's right there on the inside. Dustin, what a race up the backstretch.
Oh, what a race. 2 boats deck to deck. J. Michael, he's going to be on the inside just a little bit back, but he's going to hang it on the buoys. Jamie Nielsen, so impressed right now. Look at that boat speed.
Wow. This is H1 Unlimited Racing at its best. Andrew Tate on the outside. Oh, and flying the flavor pack is Jamie Nielsen. 1, 2, 3 across the line. Looked like they did at the start. These guys are really hauling. We've got 1 in the book, 2 to go, Dustin.
Oh, yeah. Andrew Tate trying to get every bit of speed out of that. He has to pedal it. He got too light. Look at Jamie Nielsen come back now. Jamie Nielsen takes over the lead. Lane 2, he's holding off the field. What a boat ride. J. Michael Kelly on the inside, though. He's not giving up. It's still 3 wide deck to deck.
Here we go again. Andrew Tate with that acceleration off the corner shows that white nose, but Jamie Nielsen in a flavor pack. The Miss Flavor Pack staying right with him up the backstretch. Kelly is not backing out of this yet. This is really good racing. And now Nielsen starts to extend the lead just a little bit by maybe a boat length and a half. Kelly still hanging right with him on the inside. Got to give him room. They're driving them legal, Dustin. Wow, what a run.
What a run, to say the least. I can't believe Jamie Nielsen holding J. Michael that tight. What a driver. Now Andrew Tate sneaks ahead just a little tiny bit. He's got great boat speed, but he's having to lift when it gets that light. I don't know if he can hold on to it.
This is the final lap. The checkered flag is going to be hanging up here. How do they come out of this corner? It's going to be Tate down there first. Now watch the inside position for Jamie Nielsen. He's got the lead again. Now this is where, coming off the corner, Tate has shown the acceleration. Do we see him? There he is. Comes off the corner. Kelly not going away. Tate this time starts to extend just a little bit. Nielsen wants to run with him. Nielsen has showed me some top end speed. He's going to need it right now, Dustin.
Yeah, Jamie's all top end. Let's see if he can reel him in. Andrew Tate's got the acceleration off the corner, but he's on the outside. Here comes Jamie in lane number 2, reeling him in. They're coming down. Final turn.
Final turn at the top. He needs a good one. Jamie Nielsen, he got a good one. Kelly got wet, but I think there was room in there for him. Kelly got wet. It's going to come down to complete the final lap, and it's going to go to Andrew Tate and BWR Racing, but Jamie Nielsen right with him.
Incredible. Absolutely incredible. You know, I think J. Michael had room in there also. He didn't have any more room than what was legal, but we'll wait for the referees to call that one. What a race, though. That was absolutely incredible. And right now you're seeing Gunnar O'Farrell on the camera. Before the start, we didn't even have a chance to go back to that, but he actually got wet before the start. He was a little behind, and he actually missed a buoy, the second to last buoy before the exit in turn number 2, coming down for the start. So he had to go through the infield, rescore up, and come down to take the start. So unfortunately, he had a terrible start to this event, but in front of him, it doesn't get any better than that.
No, it does not get any better than that. Gunnar O'Farrell coming by in the spirit of 76. Beacon Plumbing presents Ronald McDonald House. Gunnar, nice job, nice recovery, and a good job of coming back and making sure you get 4th place points.
And Andrew Tate was driving the guts out of that boat. He wasn't playing. He wasn't trying to save the equipment. He was on edge the entire time. I watched that boat get so out of shape. I don't know how he brought it back down onto the water. He'd pull his foot for a second, recollect himself, and then get back after it. And every time that would happen, the U11 would squeak ahead again. And J. Michael Kelly was sitting there in the shadows waiting for one of those two to make a mistake because he was ready to pounce. It was incredible.
It was indeed. And if there's anybody here on the shoreline that doesn't think that the U11 flavor pack is a player, hopefully you're convinced now, because Jamie Nielsen just drove the daylights out of that boat and did a fine job. That was a great heat of racing.
Yeah, I think if you put another boat in between that U11 flavor pack and any, Andrew Tate in that situation, I don't know that Andrew Tate would have been able to run him down, because that U11 was bad fast. So, and that's one of the fastest boats in the fleet. This is going to be incredible how these lanes work themselves out.
Yeah, because things are going to change a little bit now with what happened in 1A. We pretty much finished our finished our heat there the way our boats qualified into Heat 1B, at least on the water, so that won't affect things too much. But the change of position based on the two gun jumpers in 1A is really going to shift things up for our second set of heats. So we have an unofficial final results here for our Heat 1B. First place, Andrew Tate would pick up 400 points driving the BWR Racing. The Miss Flavor Pack, Jamie Nielsen, would pick up 300 points. Third place to J. Michael Kelly in the Maverick, presented by Beacon Plumbing. And we have a DSQ and no points for Gunnar O'Farrell in the. We have a safety zone violation, I am being told, and I think you caught it, Dustin. You said he went inside a buoy marker in the corner. That's puts you in the safety zone, sometimes referred to as the DMZ. Unfortunate break for Gunnar O'Farrell in the U21. The Beacon Plumbing presents Ronald McDonald House Spirit of 76, so no points for Gunnar in that. Andrew picks up 400. Jamie gets 300. J. Michael Kelly 225. And I think we can go down to our Danny Rogers. I think she is standing by with Andrew Tate. Danny, take it away.
Andrew, yesterday we talked about the competition just in the testing and qualifying. What did it take to pull out this unofficial win here in the first heat for you?
I hope it gets to be official real quick, because that was hard work. Man, the 11 boat's real fast, especially the second half of the straightaway. I'm excited for them. They've been working really hard, and it's all coming to fruition here. But the BWR boat's fast, and it helps when you're the first one across the start-finish line when the clock hits 0. So definitely challenging with the wind, but hey, man, we were all out there on the same course, and it was a good time. I had fun.
What's the number one thing you want to go back and look at in terms of data here before the second heat?
I think we might have some boat setup to do, especially if the wind keeps coming up like it's supposed to. But other than that, I'm pretty happy. I don't know what happened to the 21 out there, but he ended up getting caught up behind, and I really struggled getting through some of his rough water at a couple different points, and I think it almost allowed Jamie to sneak in there and get behind me. But like I said, we had to work hard for it, and it was a lot of fun. I hope everyone enjoyed the show.
We appreciate you. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.